बहार आई है इस वक्ते ख़िज़ां में, लगे हैं फूल मेरे बोस्तां में।
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to Virtues of Ahmad, where we discuss the beautiful character and personality of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. I'm joined today with Umran Bhatti Sahib and Naim Lakhan Sahib. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
The envoys and messengers of Allah possess great forgiveness and patience, not only to their friends, but also to their foes. The Holy Prophet of Islam, Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, was a testament for this particular topic. We see throughout his life how his foes continuously attacked, oppressed, and made sure to make his life miserable. But our Holy Master, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, continued to forgive them at every step of the way. Be it harassment of his family, his loved ones, his companions, be it them being chased even after they have left the city, Hazur forgave all of them. The Holy Prophet of Islam, may peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, when he entered Mecca as the victor, he showed such a magnanimous example of forgiveness that has never been seen before and will never be seen again. This reminds me of a couplet, Liya zulm ka af se intakam, alayka salatu, alayka salam. Retaliation for oppression was forgiveness. Similarly, we see the examples in the life of the promised Messiah, on whom be peace, that were prominent in the life of our Holy Master, the Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. We see that even when the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, was given the opportunity to take revenge from those who did him wrong, he chose forgiveness without any need for retaliation. He not only did this as a character statement for himself, he also urged his loved ones and his companions to do the same. In this program, we're going to discuss the benevolent treatment the opponents of the promised Messiah received from him. Respected Umran Sahib, we see that the opponents used vulgar language. They left no stone unturned trying to find different ways to humiliate him. However, the promised Messiah's beautiful character always displayed forgiveness, and then he prayed for them.
Nabi Sahib, one of the incidents in the life of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, dates back in 1902 when Ahmad Hussain Shokat from Meerut, he claimed to be the reformer of the East. And he had a newspaper who also was a publisher, which was called Shane-e-Hind, which means beauties of Hindustan, or beauty of Hindustan. And in that newspaper, he used to write foul and ugly articles opposing the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. And the members of the Meerut Jamaat were extremely saddened, and they felt disappointed that this type of newspaper was coming and being published from their town. However, the president of Meerut Jamaat was a very honorable land owner, and he was also a merchant, came to visit the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. And he said that it is my intention to file a lawsuit or court case against the humiliating articles published in Shane-e-Hind. However, Hazrat Sheikh Yaqub Ali Irfani Razi Ta'ala Anhu describes this incident, and he states, those who are not familiar with this dirty literature cannot grasp the importance of this decision. But those who have read it will definitely say that if a case was brought to court against this person, then it will be logically, intellectually, and morally acceptable to do so. But Hazrat the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, rejected the idea. Do not worry if they curse you constantly. Leave them to it to print such pamphlets and articles. So we were just talking about that one of the examples in the life of the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, that during even the writings, many articles were published against him, very much harsh and foul language was used, but he took the exact same measure and the same step that was taken by the Holy Prophet ﷺ to pray for them and always forgive them and seek guidance from Allah the Almighty.
Jazakallah Bhatti Sahab. And speaking about court case, it reminds me of another incident that took place during the life of the promised Messiah ﷺ. Dr. Henry Martin Clark was a missionary in Amritsar, and he was the president of the Holy War debate on behalf of Christians. He actually took part in the debate one day he actually took part in the debate. He brought a murder case against the promised Messiah ﷺ. And this case went on for a while. In the end, it was deemed to be fabricated and a lie. So the promised Messiah ﷺ was honorably discharged from this charge. In the end, as the case was proven to be false, the district magistrate, Captain William Douglas, asked the promised Messiah ﷺ, "Do you want to bring a case against Henry Clark? You are entitled to do so if you wish." The promised Messiah ﷺ replied, "I do not wish to bring any court case. My case is under consideration in the divine court of Allah Ta'ala." So as you can see that a murder case is a very serious thing. But the promised Messiah ﷺ decided not to take any revenge or not to take any counteraction. If it was anybody else who would have taken revenge, because a murder case could have serious consequences or punishment. So this was the character and the life of the promised Messiah ﷺ towards his enemies and opponents.
In the aforementioned case, Maulvi Muhammad Hassan Batalvi Sahib, he brought up against fake evidence and even perjured himself. Having said that, for this he was completely humiliated. However, in such an awe-inspiring way, Allah Ta'ala's prophecy came true, where he said that, "I will humiliate the person who intends to humiliate you." And Maulvi Sher Ali Sahib, Razillah Ta'ala Anhu, may Allah Ta'ala be pleased with him, narrates a story about the Martin Clark case, where a person with the name of Maulvi Fazldeen was the appointed lawyer for the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. And when Muhammad Hassan Batalvi Sahib brought this evidence, the fake evidence, it was weakening the promised Messiah's case. Seeing that, his lawyer, who was not Ahmadi, and according to the narration, he was still alive at the time, and even then he was not an Ahmadi, he made a suggestion to the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, and he said, "What if I ask him questions about his past, about his family's lineage?" This would definitely weaken Maulvi Muhammad Hassan Batalvi Sahib's case. Hazur forbade it and stated, "I do not allow this," and then quoted the verse of the Holy Quran. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. La yuhibbullahul jahra bisui. Translation: Allah likes not uttering of unseemly speech in public. Maulvi Fazldeen Sahib also narrated this story in such a fashion. He stated that when I came out of the courthouse, it had a profound effect on me because the promised Messiah had such unique moral qualities. I, his lawyer, was asking him, insisting him that he should let me attack the ancestry of Muhammad Hassan Batalvi Sahib. Yet, the promised Messiah stopped me, strongly forbade me, because God dislikes such actions. Another version of this is from first person. Hazrat Masih Maud, peace be upon him, actually came out of the courthouse and narrated this. He stated, "Our lawyer told us insistently that he is preparing for your death by hanging, and you're saving his honor and being merciful and telling me that it is not his fault?" This was the great kindness and forgiveness that the promised Messiah, on whom be peace, displayed towards his enemies.
Thank you for this beautiful narration, Naveed Saab. I want to mention another incident regarding the time when the Minat al-Masih was being constructed, or the plan had been made to erect the Minat al-Masih. So during the time, many of the local inhabitants in Qadian did not want the Minat al-Masih to be erected because it was due to the invasion of privacy. So they filed an official complaint, and so the government officer had come to meet the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, in a dwelling adjacent to Masjid Mubarak. And over there, during the meeting, other local inhabitants of Qadian who filed the complaint were also present. And then the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, asked Lala Budamal, who was the individual at that time, and Hazur asked them that, look here, now tell me that from now till childhood, or from childhood till now, if there has been any case, any opportunity that I did not have where I could do good to you and I did not do so. And also, had there been any opportunity where you could cause me harm and you took advantage of that? And then Hazrat Hafiz Roshan Ali, who was the person also in the presence, narrates that when the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, said this, his head went down between his knees due to utter embarrassment. And his cheeks became red, and he could not utter a single word. Then furthermore, Hazrat Mirza Bashir Ahmad M.A. Raziyallahu anhu expounds upon this, and he says that Lala Budamal was a very high influential person in the Arya Samaj community in Qadian, and he was a staunch opponent of Islam and of course the promised Messiah, peace be upon him. And he said that the following verse in chapter 2 Surah Al-Baqarah, verse 16, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, wa yamudduhum fi tughyanihim ya'maun, that Allah will let them continue in their transgression, wandering blindly. So this was another beautiful example showcased by the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, where he continued to forgive his enemies, continued to forgive the staunch opponents of Jamaat and the Holy Prophet ﷺ, and always took the step of forgiveness.
Absolutely, Bhatti Sahib. This was another one of the faith-inspiring examples of how the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, continued to show forgiveness and kindness even when faced with oppression. Another incident is of Chaudhry Hakim Ali Sahib. May Allah be pleased with him. He narrates that one afternoon, the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, was in Masjid Aqsa delivering his sermon. And while he was doing that, a member of Sikh denomination decided to walk in, stand right in front of him, and started to hurl abuse. He started to curse profusely, not only at the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, but also at the Jamaat. Yet while he was doing that, Hazur remained quiet. Even though the Sahaba who were sitting right next to him wanted to shred him to pieces, and in one look of an eye, they might have done that. Having said that, they looked at the promised Messiah and his zeal and his tenacity and the way he displayed his patience. Only Allah Ta'ala can provide this kind of mercy and this kind of forgiveness in a person. When his abuse reached a crescendo, the promised Messiah asked two of his Sahaba to escort the gentleman outside, and should he had resisted or refused to go outside, they were directed to pass him over to Hakim Ali Sahib, who was the policeman. Mirza Bashir Ahmed Sahib, Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu, also narrates this incident, stating that Hakim Ali Sahib, may Allah Ta'ala be pleased with him, was the appointed policeman in Qadian.
Naveed Saab, This incident that people coming and abusing and cursing the promised Messiah والسلام, is not a one-off incident. There are many other examples can be found in the life of the promised Messiah والسلام. Hazrat Mir Shafi Ahmad Sahib, who was a resident of Delhi, but he was residing in Lahore when the promised Messiah والسلام, visited Lahore last time before his demise. Hazrat Mir Shafi Ahmad Sahib used to work for Khaja Kamaluddin Sahib, and that's why he was living in Lahore at that time. And he used to bring mail to the promised Messiah والسلام. And every day there were 2 to 3 letters. Those were stamp-free letters, meaning that the recipient of the letter had to pay the postage for those letters. And Mir Sahib would bring those letters to the promised Messiah والسلام, and he would pay the money for those letters and stamps. And he further states that one day Khaja Kamaluddin Sahib saw this, that Mir Sahib is accepting the stamp-free letters, and he stopped him from doing this. Mir Sahib responded that he had been bringing these letters to the promised Messiah والسلام, and he did not stop. But Khaja Sahib strictly stopped him. The next day, when Mir Sahib went to the promised Messiah والسلام, he told him that Khaja Sahib has stopped him from receiving the stamp-free letters. And then Hazrat Masih Maud smiled and said that those stamp-free letters contain nothing but written curse and abuse. And he said that most of the time the senders are not writing their names and addresses. If they were writing their names and addresses, I could reason with them. And the promised Messiah والسلام, also said that the people, the senders of those letters, are not writing their names and addresses, and they might fear that I might bring a court case against them, whereas I have no such intentions. And then Mir Shafi Sahib stated that he stopped accepting those letters afterwards. So this was the beautiful character of the promised Messiah والسلام, that he was even paying for those letters who were being written to curse and abuse him. And he did not have any intentions of taking any action against those people. And the promised Messiah والسلام, has said all this in one of his Urdu couplets. गालियाँ सुन के दुआ देता हूँ इन लोगों को, रहम है जोश में और गैज़ घटाया हमने. Meaning that I hear these people hurling abuse at me. I pray for them. The sentiment of mercy in my heart is at its peak.
Subhanallah.
And anger has been lessened.
These incidents, they confound the mind into thinking of how much patience the promised Messiah, peace be upon him, had. I mean, the perfect copy and a perfect servant to his holy master, Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him. We end this program with a small excerpt from the promised Messiah ﷺ's sayings. Remember with certainty that there is no evil in the heart of a righteous believer. The more pious a person becomes, the more he dislikes punishment and torture for anyone. A Muslim can never be malicious. I see what these people have done to me. They caused me every pain and suffering they could. But I am still willing to forgive their thousands of mistakes. Therefore, you who have established a bond with me, remember that you should be compassionate towards everyone regardless of their religion, and do good to everyone without discrimination. For this indeed is the teaching of the Holy Quran. Jazakallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
बहार आई है इस वक्ते ख़िज़ां में लगे हैं फूल मेरे बोस्तां में।